Just a pilot in his cockpit seated. Black leather on his ass, keep a hustler heated.
Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. So today is extremely bright and kind of hot. One of the first hot days of the year that I can recall at least. So I haven't moved this car. Today is a few days later. I have not touched this thing whatsoever since I parked it after the incident. So everything's still the same. Just left it with the new belt on and it started overheating a little bit, so I knew this was low. I can see it at the very bottom there. Just doesn't feel like it would be low enough to cause it to overheat. But so a couple things I want to look at today. This is my Tazer. Where does it say it? So we're gonna look at that today, assuming I can get this squared away and it doesn't. There's not some major issue that's causing it, that caused it to overheat, because it doesn't look that low. But maybe it was low enough. So what I'm gonna do with the belt situation, I ordered the tool to adjust the tensioner. So that's not going to be like a huge pain. I've ordered a new belt, which the racing version or high performance or HD version of that belt has a RPM at the end. Let me find it. So this is the belt that's on here now, and this is just a Gates belt. So Gates sells one with the same part number with RPM at the end, and that's made for superchargers and this sort of application. So I'm going to get that one. And when I take that off, I'm going to clean all the pulleys and just kind of make everything right. And I also got this tensioner tool. And I got the instructions right here, and I still can't figure this out. It's probably super easy, but the sun is bright and I don't really want to sit here baking trying to figure it out. So I'll probably go back inside and do it. And it really doesn't matter because I'm changing that belt anyway. Just going to add some water to this and get the car turned on, and we will go from there. And just one slight note before I start filling this up, I did reference the instructions for Procharger, and it made no mention of belt tension for that belt, so I'm not sure what it should be at. Probably just whatever the right tension is for serpentine belt. So I'm just gonna, I don't think it lost that much, and I know I'm adding pure water in. I'm gonna be changing the thermostat, so I figured it would need to be drained or at least heavily manipulated at that point anyway. So we're just gonna add this water in. Ooh, look at that, one hand. Now it's taking more than I thought it would. Yeah, it lost a lot more than I gave it credit for. Yep, it took that like a champ, and it's still not even full. Okay, so I got my second pitcher of water, and just to note, I don't know the size of this thing, I'll flash that on the screen, but I've already put one in there, so this thing is probably pretty low. I'm a little bit more worried about the coolant level, the antifreeze level percentage, but it's summer. As long as there's enough in there to protect the internal components, I think we'll be fine. But I do need to probably just drain it and refill it with the right stuff. Well, that's a second pitcher of water. It's got me like freaked out. Like, was it really that low, or is it like got a hole somewhere? No, it was really that low. All right, let me go get a third pitcher. All right, I got my third pitcher of water, and as you can see, I'm just trying to get it to the cold fill line, and it just keeps not filling up. So it's just going into the engine, and it was lower than I thought it was by a lot. No wonder the car was overheating when I took it back out. Okay, it's starting to get high on there. I'm gonna go a tiny bit higher with the anticipation that the car is gonna bubble some. I should probably fill this up before I turn on the car, but I'm not gonna, because I'm lazy. I'm gonna try my luck. It's all frothing up. Okay, it was all frothing up, so that was probably just because it was low and it's just circulating. But I just want to give that all a chance to calm down so I can see what the real story is. And let me make sure I continue to not have any coolant in my oil. Nope, oil looks nice and fresh, clean. So fresh and so clean. Alright, well, man, I guess it's fine. Just gonna let it idle until the thermostat opens. It's almost to the normal line. Looks pretty good. I might add a tiny bit more. But while waiting for that to warm up and ensure the car doesn't do anything crazy, let's take a look at this Tazer. And I don't recall the price of this, but I got it from Boosted Scatpack, and I think I got a pretty good deal on it. Alright, so this is what your Tazer comes with. This thing, which I'm assuming is the actual device. And this does plug into your OBD2. So I think it might, I don't know if it needs to be stay plugged in or if you just do it one time or what, but. And a USB connector with a micro USB or mini USB, probably just for updates and stuff like that. And they tell you to go to the website and look at the instructions, which is great since I didn't bring my phone. All right, let's go check out the car and then we'll mess with this and see what it can do. Part of the curiosity on this thing, I think for a lot of people, including myself, is just how it's going to function with the Procharger. It really shouldn't be any different than like you know, an SRT with a Procharger on it with the track apps and all that. So I don't see it causing a problem that's not making the vehicle do anything it wasn't designed to do at least the drivetrain and ECU and all that. So assuming it's fine. Okay, so I just heard the fans come on, so I know the car is nice and warm. So it's fine as long as the temps don't increase, but it looks like even sitting here with the AC on, idling, but the temps are staying low, so I think we're in good shape. So here are the instructions. Okay, it basically says just plug it in. Kind of hangs down a lot. I guess not that bad. Okay, the Tazer must be doing something because I didn't put it on sport mode and it's acting like it's on sport mode. Okay, I think to get to some of the settings, I need the car to be off. That's what I'm looking for, marry. Okay, so we're gonna marry now. This is exciting. Ooh, I'm married. Yeah, look at that. Those all look different. I wonder if the engine power will read differently. Air fuel ratio, that looks different. I don't think I had that before. And boost. My intercooler coolant temp is really low. And it's chilly. Okay, I like that. I like having the boost right there. Okay, and I'm finally getting it going. So you have to go through the menus and you just essentially plug it in and you get to the radio menu here. And then you hold down the left button here and then you can control it with cruise cancel and the cruise set buttons. So it's pretty straightforward. It's not that hard. I mean, once you figure out how to do it, but then you have to keep the car off. I think before you get all the settings to stay in there, it's kind of a pain. But you got to reboot the system a few times, and that's what it's doing right now. So with any luck, hopefully we'll get all the... Okay, maybe I shouldn't be messing with it while it's doing stuff. Oh, look at that. And it's a hot day outside. I don't know why the hell it says that. But look, it's got all kinds of different stuff now. Race options. Launch control, shift light. That's nice. Default setup. So we got track in the trans now. And we got track traction. We got all kinds of cool stuff. And it also has valet. And it also has eco. Why is it not letting the traction off of track mode? I gotta figure that out, but I'm sitting here in this car and it is super hot. I don't know if it's 124, but it's certainly hot. I don't know why I have the windows down too. But that's why. It seems like it just basically gives all the SRT stuff. Like even, like if you notice here, it used to just say high and low, and now it gives an actual temperature. That's kind of cool. It just looks a little bit different. I mean, I don't know if anything else is really different. I mean, everything looks like pretty much the same. No, these look different. They look like, yeah, they look like the SRT ones. This is going to be the interesting one, the boost and engine power. Like, because the engine power still only says 500. I don't want to enter valet mode. Yeah, I don't know why it... I gotta probably look in the settings and see if I made it where it's track only traction or something like that. I'm sure I did. We turn on the car. I mean, otherwise on here, everything seems to be like pretty much the same. The sport button doesn't seem to work anymore. What's it doing? Is it doing a light show or something? Why are those lights flashing? That's annoying. It's not the... What the hell is it? What is it doing? Yeah, it's doing this. The stupid light show is on. I didn't want that on. Well, that's kind of cool, but I certainly don't want it on. I don't know how I did it. Well, let me close this. So obviously the temps are good. I mean, I left this thing has been idling for like an hour and nothing has heated up. The belt still looks fine, so I think we're good to go on this for now until that new belt comes in, and we'll clean everything up and try to make sure it doesn't happen and create a kit. I obviously have to play with the menus a little bit more. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Oh, look at that. This thing is seriously, I'm not going to cut this. This is how long it's taking to load. Like, are you kidding me? I hope it only does this the first time. Ooh, and we got an SRT there. Let's see what else we got. Basically the same, just a Hellcat. Definitely looks cooler. Now this looks a lot nicer. We didn't get that nice gauge before. Boost pressure, air fuel. It won't read my air fuel for whatever reason. I just noticed that. Tells you what mode you're in now up there. I don't think it did that before. It just had the little flag. Now it shows you all that. So it's in track. And I guess the traction is sport. So maybe it can't, ours can't do sport traction, I'm assuming. I'll drive in track. See how this goes. And I'll put this thing to show me boost. And then after that, we'll try it with another thing. Wait, I got a doctor's appointment. This is taking a lot longer than I thought. My appointment's at 2:30. Yeah, I can drive this around, then I'll come back home. I mean, so far everything seems kind of the same. The fonts are a little bit different, and I might say they look worse. It's hard to explain. Oh, is it gonna shift? Damn, that's in track, it's shifting hard. Okay, it looks like the boost gauge is working. Oh, it actually feels different in track mode. Like, it feels like jumpier. Check the speeding. up. I want to say I didn't notice the boost pressure go up. Let me try that again. I'll have to look at that in the footage. But man, it's crazy in track. It feels like more race car-ish. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to explain. Like, it shifts all hard. I really like it because when I'm racing, this is what I want it to do. I like knowing it's shifting, not slipping between shifts. I think this will help the transmission last longer too. All right, we're gonna look at the boost one more time. I absolutely love the way it shifts. Like, it just shifts so firm and so precise. Man, like, for everybody that was telling me to get one, I should have gotten one a long time ago. I should have gotten one back when the car was stock. Because it just feels a lot better shifting, and I'm certain it's fast. I mean, not much faster. I mean, just a tiny bit. Maybe through a whole quarter mile, it might get you a tenth. There was a guy in an RT that just tore off down the street. But it shifts really nicely. Like, it just feels like the videos I see of Hellcats where they shift all solid. Yeah, it just shifts nice. But I want to say I'm not crazy, and that boost gauge has not read any boost. So there's the answer to that question. What is diagnostics? Was that there before? Diagnostics? I don't remember diagnostics. Checking for codes? That's pretty cool. Speed warning? What is that? Oh, you got speed warning? Oh, let me pull over. I didn't know it had all kinds of cool stuff like this. I'll park in front of the Kennedy Dance Theater. Okay, this is all new to me, man. You can like set it to in like 155. That's like, oh, I didn't want to go above 155 today, so let me just set that. Like, uh-oh, I hit 140, let me back off a little bit. See, look, that's cool. I actually probably wouldn't mind it like going off at like 100. Just because if I'm racing or doing something stupid, like, it's nice to know when you're going 100. We'll see if that gets annoying. Let's see what else we got. Okay, that was cool. Let me see what else we can show. And I know this video is probably going to be long and kind of boring, but I mean, I would have liked to have a video with just kind of an overview of what this thing actually does and how it works. So let's look at valet. 4-digit pin. I wonder what happens when you forget this. Okay, I'm in valet mode. Let's see, I just gave my car to my wife. Here, hon, take the car. And she turns it on. And then she goes to wreck it. And then she can't. So we're gonna see what valet mode feels like. Oh, I'm gonna miss that light. Oh my god. It's actually kind of neat because it makes the car slow. I could see this being kind of fun. Like, let's say you need to, I don't know, like you want to drive around, you just don't want the car to be all like vicious. It'd probably be like easier to pass people and stuff. Because I imagine this is probably the power that like a V6 has or something like that. But let me see if it'll even go into boost. Slow down. And we're gonna see if it'll boost under valet. Nope. On the floor, wouldn't build any boost. Okay, that's cool. Alright, we experienced valet mode. Okay, then eco is the other one I wanted to check out. Alright, we're in eco. I'm assuming this is how I'll drive it from now on. I'm all excited about this. This is kind of cool. Like, there's like new toys. So if anyone's considering it just for the toy aspects, like I always like a lot of stuff I can screw around with. So I could see, I mean, this is nice just for making the car a little bit easier to drive. Like, you just throw it in eco, then you just need to drive somewhere. You just kind of cruise around really nice and smooth. You don't have to worry about touching the pedal too hard and doing a burnout, or you pass somebody at 60 and up, next thing I know I'm sideways. So like, just nice and calm. But I think that's gonna be it for now. Probably next video or really soon, I'm gonna try to do some 0 to 60s and some just highway pulls and stuff with track mode, see if it makes any difference. And yeah, I mean, overall, I like the Tazer. Shout out to Boosted Scatpack for hooking me up with this and giving me a small discount. I think he has it like $10 lower than their website. It's better than nothing. But yeah, I mean, I got the Tazer on and I'm really happy with it. I think this Tazer is cool, and I like that I can do. I mean, I know it could even do more than what I'm doing. I just need to, you know, finish going through all the settings and stuff. But right now, it seems really cool. Yeah, these different modes are like really, really neat. So that little 100 right there, that kind of makes the dash a little busier. I wish it could be on, but just not have the stupid thing on the dash. But yeah, I mean, I got tased. This thing is cool. All right, peace everybody.
Just a pilot in his cockpit seated. Black leather on his ass, keep a hustler heated. Weed is engaged in the pavement. Rubber escorts like I'm seeking arrangement. Push the gas, escalate the gauges, escalate hits on the cam girls' pages, blazes, and hit 'em with a script full of sexy phrases.